Let's go.
Why, thank you, Brother Dan. I pride myself on smelling nice. Good evening, K. That underscore K. This is gonna be a good show. I want you to know.
Woo! Hey! Hey!
Tell your friends.
Hey!
Tweet about it.
Let's go!
Shout about it.
Woo! Woo! Hey! Hey!
Oh my God, Brothers Felt. I'm here for that. Actually, I don't know. Actually, you know what? No. No. Yeah, it's Brothers Felt is better. Brothers Felt might get us canceled. Let's go with Brothers Felt.
Step Brothers Felt. Hey.
It's okay. We're not related. Everything's okay if you're not related.
Ryan, you're sounding good. Is everything good?
Am I sounding dulcet?
You sound dulcet. Your computer's cooperating?
It's calming down.
Calming down.
Oh, all right. So let's start. Here comes the bumper. Oh yeah. Dan, you disappoint me.
Beautiful. What up, Twitch? What up, Matt Stagger? What up, Hensky? Hensky, it is rare to see you live. Hello. Hello, KK. Hello, Eric Hargis. Hello. Who else did I miss?
No, well, me, Dan. Hello, Ryan. Hello. Hello. What about hello, Ryan?
Hello, Ryan. Hey, Hensky. Hey, Matt. Hello, Ryan.
The funness of hellos to you, my friend. I hope the world is treating you well. I saw that you did some manual labor earlier today. Show me your guns.
Oh, okay. You want to know where the beach is?
This way? That way! Oh.
Wait, do you want to know what time it is? 4:20.
Time to open the tavern door.
Yeah.
That was great. I liked how you're like still in the weightlifting sound. You're like, yes, open the door. Yes.
I'm ready 24/7, Ryan.
I think we have a guest waiting.
I've been drinking eggs for breakfast. I don't even cook them. I just drink them.
Okay, and?
And I throw some curds and whey in there just for the bulk.
You know, Joe Rogan.
All about the swole.
It reminds me, Joe Rogan once just ate meat for every meal for an entire month, and he said he felt great, except that he just kept shitting his pants.
Look at that neck.
Is that oh my God. Oh, you're popping a vein. You're popping a vein.
You know what? It's hard to get a vein to pop in a puppet, and I just popped a vein, Ryan.
Oh, here we go. Here.
Okay.
Oh, that was actually that was two. Anyways,
puppets rarely sweat. You and I sweat. Puppets rarely pop a vein. We're popping veins, buddy.
Yeah.
Puppets rarely get aroused over a guest. I can only speak for myself.
Hey, consider me your wingman in this arousal.
Woo!
I hope you get lucky, Dan.
Guys, we have a first time. We have a guest. And we have a guest, a longtime guest. Ryan, bring his ass in right now. Can we get yes. Sometimes the words are hard.
Stringing them together to like form a sentence?
Right.
What?
I'll just do hieroglyphics.
I just want to text everything these days.
You and me both.
There he is.
Oh, he was
dancing with the book.
He was dancing with the Great Hunt.
That is
Mike's sister. Can you read that aloud to us?
It is every man's right to choose when to sheath the sword.
You know, I actually disagree with that wholeheartedly.
No, I agree with that. I think euthanasia is.
I think many people have tried to sheath the sword and they get Me Too'd or they get arrested.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's not a man's choice. You get ecstatic consent.
Ecstatic consent is the goal, right?
Yes. Hello, yes. You want many yeses.
Do not say. You know what, guys? Don't settle for less than ecstatic consent.
How many yeses equals the ecstatic? Because you can be like, yes.
Well,
all right.
I don't know. We just assume ecstatic consent until otherwise notified, right?
Is whatever is whatever considered yes?
It's sure. Is sure considered? Hey, baby. Baby, you want to make sweet love?
Sure.
I'm gonna check that as
whatever.
Consent.
Yeah.
Hello, Chris. We have Chris from Village Mattress on. Hello.
Hey.
we talk about you all the time behind your back and in commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We talk about you like every show, but it's rare that you are physically on with us. And I enjoy that green screen background. You even added like bird sounds and stuff. That's top level production right there.
That's actual nature.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what?
I
Don't
thought
get
he was
stung by a bee.
That's actual nature right back there behind you.
Murder hornets.
It is canon that I do not like nature. I like scenery.
Hey, I love that. And also, I saw that one video of this man and his wife just going out to the car, and a bobcat mauled his wife, and then he picks it up off of his wife and starts running and going, "I have a bobcat! It's a bobcat!" And he throws the bobcat, and then the bobcat goes after the wife again. And I tell you, I've not left the house since. It's all Instacart and weed delivery, and it's I'm hunkering down.
It's those bobcats, you know.
Bobcats are scary.
They're scary. They're like shadow spawn. You know, you just have.
What else has that? The bobcat has like the ogier tuft on their ears.
Oh, good point.
Thank you.
That makes no sense.
No, it makes total sense.
They have furry ears like ogier.
Pull up a bobcat, Ryan, and put it on here, and you will see a tuft.
They have a little tuft of fur that comes across the ear.
I know, but
it's like on the tip, and it kind of droops a little.
But that's just a random happenstance.
But no, it when they're sad, it droops even further.
Yeah.
And when they're agitated, the tufts wiggle. Probably. It's science, Ryan.
And their eyebrows droop down to the mustaches.
Right. See?
Yeah. See?
It's all bobcats. Laura the Bobcat.
It's bobcats all the way down.
Bobcats forever and ever. It's the inception of bobcats.
All right. Yeah. So here we go.
See, there's the tuft of fur in the corner.
Yeah. No, that's like a snow leopard bobcat.
What am I doing?
What's this?
What the heck happened?
Thanks,
all right.
Google.
Here we go. All right. So here we have a bobcat ear tufts, right? Boom.
Yeah. What else has them?
And then tiny little butt tail.
Tiny butt tail, like
which
an
is
elegant butt tail. That's elegant.
Cutest fucking little butt tail. Look at that thing.
And look at the pencil thin mustache.
Oh,
he's smiling.
Yes.
The pencil thin mustache is going on.
Beautiful coloring going on. Yeah,
and then there's long eyelashes coming out the corners.
White whiskers.
All right, so basically, you're saying bobcats remind you of ogiers.
Ogier.
But just only in these random physical traits, nothing about their personalities, eating habits, hunting habits.
I think that they share like 94% of the DNA between the two species.
And Ryan, one time an ogier went for my wife in a parking lot, and I picked it up, and I'm like, "That's an ogier!"
Oh no! Oh!
Wait, go to the ears. Look at those mustaches, though.
No tuft.
It's got the little tufts.
Actually, I think that's just a house cat. That's stupid.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
They got little wicks on their ear. I imagine if you light it, it would last for a good hour.
John Wicks?
No, candle wicks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then and they're covered in fur. It didn't. I'm not going to go with this. I'm not going to yes and bobcat ogier.
But that bobcat was beautiful. I appreciate you pulling it up. I didn't know they had the white under their eyes. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. No, you're right though. This is what I agree with. Yes, you do not want to anger both a bobcat or an ogier. Right.
And I think that bobcats do think that humans are rather hasty, so they have that in common.
Wait. Dana Lou agrees with me. This is noteworthy.
Dana Lou.
I think like Dan has like a 9-1 agree to disagree. Yes. Here we go. Bobcats have nothing to do with the ogier, Dan. Boom.
All right.
Well.
But bobcats are scary.
Well, I mean, where else do we see tufts? Tufts on ears and eyebrow. I mean, where else do we see tufts though in nature? I mean, I guess that's a little baby tuft, maybe a little junior tuft, but it is a tuft on an ear. That okay. Anyways, is there tufts on the ogier ears, or is just their eyebrows? I think it's their ears too, right?
It was ears, but then the noses. When after the wedding ceremony, they're touching noses.
Oh,
yeah, loyal and Aerith.
I forgot about the Eskimo weddings.
Yeah,
right. And I think that was just a way to ensure like herd immunity. You're meeting someone else from another setting. You just go ahead and blow your shit right into their nose, and and then you all quarantine for 14 days, and you call it a honeymoon.
Coronavirus, it's all good.
It's all good. Apparently,
it's like
everybody lived. Now you guys can get married.
Oh, all right. So,
Chris, let me ask you a question about actually Wheel of Time in these chapters. You want to get into the shit right now? Sure. You are already a best friend. There is no song to sing. There are no 5 questions, except, did you answer? Yeah, you did answer your first concert, right?
Well, I think we've talked about it on Discord, but not on the show.
Oh, okay. Well, let's it's like a booster shot, just to make sure you're still our best friend.
Topical.
What was your first concert?
1985 festival seating in Market Square Arena, AC/DC.
Market Square Arena, that's in San Francisco?
Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. AC/DC.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
And the guy wore the schoolboy outfit and was doing that weird funky guitar playing?
Whole 9 yards.
That is hard to do.
Yeah.
To do like the Chuck Berry skip walk while doing a solo, he got out of town with that. And his head's constantly banging. Banging.
Great show. Yeah, the hair's flying.
He was an early headbanger, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Who opened for him?
And early kind of like a cross-dresser.
Right.
Yeah. I don't even recall who opened for him. Good question.
I've never heard of them.
I think it was just like Duracell batteries open for him.
I've killed a lot of brain cells since that concert, so I can't recall who opened for him.
All right, so 1985?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to Google that while you talk, Ryan.
All right, well, no, here we go. Listen, in honor of this, I can't get enough of this. Dan, I don't know where we're getting this, but here we go. This is the Great Attack.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God. You guys, oh my God, it's a bobcat.
Right. They toss it across the yard.
All right, so I see that it was a Friday that you went. It was Friday the 27th in September. It was 1985, Indianapolis, Market Square Arena. I don't see an opener. Did they just fucking
I didn't remember. I don't remember an opener. I think they just opened the doors. We scrambled down, got it up as close as we could to the stage, and they just came out and played. I don't think there was an opener.
I don't think they had the ego strength to allow for another band to share the stage with them.
Probably not.
There was a Hell's Bells bell and a cannon for those about to rock.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, it was
this guy
loud.
says
that cannon was loud.
The first fan review says, quote, I remember this concert pretty well, even though I don't remember the set list. Okay. Well.
Same here. I might have written the article.
So I don't think they had an opener. So that was your first true. Awesome. Awesome.
Eric, that's great. They had a cover band opening for him.
Fake CDC.
I just remember the cover band.
BCDC.
DCDC.
All right, so let me ask you. So this chapter of Blade Master, is a big step for Rand. Rand levels up. Rand tackles a true Blade Master. He steps into the octagon. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. It's Thunderdome, and he wins. He was entitled to Turok's sword.
Right.
And let's talk. Okay, go.
And it's first blood for Rand. It's the first time he killed a human.
Correct. And not only is it just killing a human, it is
cold blood,
mano combat.
Yep, exactly. And go ahead.
So how are we picturing he kills him? Like, what does he cut? Like, I felt like he cut his legs off.
Yeah, cut his legs, like at the knees.
Just like sliced him in half, just like 2 of them, just comic book style. Like, all right,
just
wow.
Dropped him. He's bleeding out hardcore, and his.
Because they said like 2 things drop, right? You hear the sound of 2 things hitting the ground or something. Is that right? All right, wow.
Yeah, so the legs and then the body.
All right, so now I have it right here. It says, quote, in an instant while Turok was still trying to face the boar, Rand I'm sorry. God damn it, this lighting is bad. And my eyes are bad. Rand charged. The river undercuts the bank. He dropped to 1 knee, blade slashing across. He did not need Turok's gasp or the feel of resistance to the cut to know. He heard 2 thumps and turned his head, knowing what he would see. He looked down the length of his blade, wet and red, to where the High Lord lay. Sword tumbled from his limp hand, a dark dampness staining the birds woven on the carpet under his body. Turok's eyes were still open, but already filmed with death. End quote. Yep. So it does not say where he got hit. I had always pictured it in the entrails, but yeah, you hear 2 thumps. He may have just severed a leg.
Yeah.
I picture like he went through both of them, both knees, like.
Yeah. I mean, it was like a really nice, sharp Japanese chef's knife. Boom, boom.
Yep. Like through warm knife through butter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah,
and take the knife.
And I mean, other authors would have gone into a detail about like Turok's hand gripped his stomach and or looked down at his leg and something along those lines to indicate what happened. Robert Jordan doesn't do that here. He doesn't tell us at all what the fuck a river undercutting a bank actually is.
And that's the great thing about sword form. You just hear the sword forms through the fight, and it just paints a picture in your mind, but everybody's picture is a little different.
Right, but cutting the legs
exactly where it happens.
Cutting the legs doesn't seem like a killing blow, though, right? So if he cut across the stomach, could his belly flopping out and hitting the ground? Could that have been a thump?
That could be.
I think that'd be like a squishy thump.
Yeah,
it's a blow to the midsection or below is where it happened. So I mean, that's
Did he cut his dick off and it just went whoop-pow?
Oh wow! So Twitch is saying he just straight cut his whole torso in half.
Oh, he could have.
I mean, I think everybody's headcanon on this is going to be different, and it's somewhere midsection below where that cut happens, because Robert Jordan doesn't fully, describe it to cut him through the knees or whatever. It's just
it's beautiful and frustrating.
Yeah.
I would love to know what this sword form did. Just give us six words how Turok reacts or what Rand sees. Just something to see how. It's his first kill. You would think that he would think over and over again, and Turok's entrails hit the ground or Turok's leg. Something. Well, give us something, man.
I think where he's making that expression is where he talks about the eyes kind of filming over with death. That's where he's like, saying, "Hey, you made your first kill." You can see that this person's eyes are not looking into the world anymore.
And it is a near instant death, so it was a brutal hit. Whatever.
Yeah. Very sharp, power wrought sword. Boom.
All right, so what do we think happened to Turok's sword?
Nobody knows. It's not brought up again throughout the entire series that I can recall.
Well, no, no.
Chat?
No, let's. So, okay, I do have a certain issue with the Heron Mark blade, and I'm not sure if I've ever even brought this up to you, Ryan. But the first that we hear of it, it is an inheritance. Mm-hmm. Tam gives it to Rand. And Rand is seen as a blade master, but he certainly is not. But he's walking around with a Heron Mark blade.
Yes.
I think that within the respect of the Heron Mark blade, that brings it down just a little bit. Someone has to beat Rand, who's better than him, in theory, and then go up and up. And so whoever wins takes the sword. When two blade masters fight, I don't think it's necessarily you just leave that fucking sword next to the body. That's your birthright. Sorry, I was trying to do a.
There's an instance later in the book where Aitoralde kills a San-Chan. Aitoralde kills a San-Chan general and leaves the sword behind.
Yeah, wait, weird. Yeah,
so how many Heron Mark blades are actually blade masters though?
There aren't there many out there that are Heron Mark blades that go from before the breaking. So there's some that were crafted after the breaking, but they're not the true ones like what Tam gave to Rand. There was one that was power wrought and the Heron Mark.
Yeah, because it created the sparks, right?
Because like Lands doesn't have a Heron Mark, but yet it's the sword of Malkier Kings.
And that is power wrought as well.
Yeah, and they talk about how a common soldier carried a Heron. It wasn't Heron Mark, but it was a soldier's blade that was a power wrought soldier's blade from before the breaking, and that's what Land has is the Malkier King sword. So
what I'm saying is that we've seen two Heron Mark blades.
Mm-hmm.
One that was handed from a blade master to Rand, if we are to understand correctly,
right.
And the other that was defeated, and we don't know what occurs with it, but it certainly doesn't go to a blade master. It probably goes to his son. So I'm wondering how many blade masters just are blade masters because they carry the Heron Mark and no one fucks with them, but they didn't earn it. They just got it from their dad.
Well, I think in the situation, most dads will tell their kid that if you pick up this sword, there's going to be people who are going to challenge you. And the ones that are going to challenge you that aren't afraid to go after you really are probably pretty good at the sword. So you don't necessarily want to pick this up and carry it around because it could put your life in danger.
Was Tam a bad father for not sharing that information?
No. It was just one of those situations where he's leaving the Two Rivers. He knows he's going with Aes Sedai. He feels like, you need to have something to protect you. But I think these swords are known to be. If you carry one, you're. It's like the wallet in what's the show? It's
the wallet, like the wallet in the back pocket.
No, the one in Pulp Fiction that Samuel Jackson carries says, "Bad motherfucker."
Yeah.
Bad motherfucker. So if you're carrying a hair marked blade, you're a bad motherfucker, and you want to make sure, if you're carrying that, you could be bringing something upon yourself.
Do we have any other instances of a hair marked blade being passed down just generationally?
No. The only other hair marked blades you see is the one that Galad takes off of.
Doesn't Lan have one?
No, he takes it off of Balda. No, Galad takes it off.
He has a power wrought sword, but he does not have a hair marked blade.
Yeah, Galad takes the one off of Balda. His was hair marked.
That he earned. Correct.
Yeah, he earned by killing Balda. Yeah. And then later on, Rolta Alderalda runs into a San-Chan general who has a hair mark, and he leaves that behind. Okay. And Alderalda
it would have been badass if Rand just had like dual fucking hair mark blades that he just was like,
well,
like they were both on his shoulders like Shenarian's.
Then Lance also gets Layman's sword because the Aiel didn't want to carry it around. Because
yes.
So that's a Heron mark that gets passed on in a weird way. But those are the only Heron mark blades that are really talked about in the series.
But we only, so out of that list though, we only see one person earn it, and that's Galad.
Well,
everyone else
earned it. Rand earned it by killing
not initially.
But he didn't take it.
He didn't initially, though. He was walking around for a year with a hair mark blade without earning it. So that's what I'm saying. So he did eventually achieve Blade Master officially in this chapter here.
In this chapter, he becomes a Blade Master.
But he didn't take the sword that he was entitled to. So that sword's going to go somewhere. And that person isn't a Blade Master because he didn't earn it through killing someone. So that's what I'm saying. The first two swords we see are kind of going to be handed down they're not earned at the end result. Rand's wasn't earned when Tam gave it to him, and whoever gets 2 rocks didn't earn it, but he's going to get it, or they are going to get it regardless. So I wonder how many, because it's no one's going to fuck with the Blade Master. How many? Maybe it's like the Dread Pirate Roberts. Maybe Blade Master's like the Dread Pirate Roberts, and you just pass it down, and it's like, well, yeah, that guy is a Cumberbund. He's not a Blade Master. And the guy before him was Orion. He's not. And Ryan, that's actually the script.
You mean Ryan?
He's not a Blade Master, and it might just be the fear that keeps. Not Turok. Turok is pretty badass, and Rand is trained, but I don't know. You hear what I'm saying, right? It seems a little odd that there's something that you have to earn. Rand got one, and whoever picks up Turok's sword because Rand didn't get it, walking around, suddenly he's a quote-unquote Blade Master.
Do you think that move would have gotten anybody else that we've met in this series? Like, I'm so confused. Like, to that point, it does seem that, we could say, yes, Rand earned his sword because he killed a Blade Master, but we don't know how this guy got his blade. He could have been like, said, hey, boy, give me that blade you found. And just because he's a High Lord, they just give it to him, and he's like walking around. He has all like pomp and circumstance, but when it came down to it, he got killed by a farm boy.
That's a great point,
with a trick move.
But before Rand finds the void in this chapter, because he finds the void, and that's where all of a sudden he's, instead of being just quick-wristed keeping up with Turok, he's actually dancing the forms with him. And before that point, Turok is just like making cuts wherever he wants to on Rand, just kind of testing him.
Yep.
Correct.
Why didn't he just fucking kill him and get on with it?
And that's what he says. He was about to do that, and then all of a sudden, Rand finds the void, and then, it dragged on, and then Turok's sweating. They talk about him, he's actually perspiring. And then and that's when Rand knows, hey, I need to make a move. He goes on offense, and then he does undercuts the rushes or whatever it is.
Well, even before that, though, he says, quote, "You are young. Let us see what is required to earn the heron on this side of the ocean. Suggesting that Turok did indeed earn the heron.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why are we believing in them? You're right, but that's also his words. He might have sucked. What I'm saying is he might have sucked. Like Rand did some trick, comment, weird, video game move. It just happened to work. I think, Ingtar would have been like, "What are you doing?" He would have jumped over it and be like, "What?" I don't know. It just seemed like anybody else would have been ready for that. Turok seemed like kind of like the weakest blade master this side of the.
He was dealing with the boar rushing down the mountain still.
What do you think that is, Dan?
It is all right.
Bow,
bow, bow, bow, bow, bow, bow, bow. And then
undercut.
Slow-mo.
Oh, there goes my legs. One thud. Two thud.
Blood everywhere.
Don't look back.
Eyes filming over with death.
Oh, whoa, he's still in the moment. Oh, shit. End scene. Brother Dan, yeah.
No, save your roses for the main cast. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a bobcat! Ah!
It's a bobcat. Oh, shoot.
That bobcat was biting his hand as he's running around telling his neighbor, "It's a bobcat!" The thing's all
It's just gnawing on his arm.
God damn.
But that you made a really good point, Chris, in that this is Rand's very first kill. He has killed dragon or demon spawn or whatever, dark spawn. He's killed Trollocs. He's killed beasts and that sort of thing. But this is the first human. And he does accelerate greatly coming in this next book to being comfortable with killing humans. We don't hear him reflect upon Turok at all. I don't remember Rand thinking back to that battle ever. It's just something. It's just a little stepping stone that he just had and it is a small matter in his path.
Dan, to that point though, you gotta admit, none of the characters look back on anything they do.
No, not like Nynaeve's first blood never brought up.
Yeah. They witnessed the death of the final Green Man, which is just one of the most monumental things ever. Just being, they never sit around and be like, "Hey, remember that fucking Green Man?"
Hey, Elaine, remember?
So cool.
Remember that Green Man killed the Forsaken? What?
And then grew into a tree, and then Loyal started humping it.
And Gwen, I'm gonna put fork fruit in your face if you don't stop juggling them balls.
Crazy. No, yeah, so that is I get you can't just constantly be reminiscing, but at some point, please, let's pay homage to the fact that they witnessed the end of a species. Right? A species. If I watched the end of the last sparrow, if I knew I was watching the last of a line of sparrows die, I think I would never forget that moment.
So let me ask you let me bring up I'm sorry, Ryan. Let me bring up another thing. So here's a quote here. The quote: "The void enveloped Rand. Saidin flowed toward him, glowing with the promise of the one power, but he ignored it. It was no more difficult than ignoring a barbed thorn twisting in his flesh." But as soon as he got the void and ignored Saidin, he started. It was like Rocky. It was like Sylvester Stallone going over the top, or it was like when Hulk Hogan would put his ear to the crowd.
Yeah.
Feed me.
Yeah, he's in a chokehold. He's in his chokehold. His leotard is so tight you cannot. He looks asexual. He looks like he's dying, and all of a sudden, his hand goes up to the ear. And the crowd starts. USA, USA.
Right? Don't get me started. Right?
And then he just all of a sudden, like, one knee gets up, and then another knee gets up, and then the guy just starts pounding on his head over and over again and say, "Get back down, get back down, get back down." But his foot's hitting the mat. We know this. But Hulk Hogan is like taking every blow.
Then he starts trading blows.
Oh, then they go like, pow, pow, boom, 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 boom.
And then the Hulk hits him like 4 or 5 times and then goes to the crowd. Yeah, baby!
And then he's dazed. And
he gets up on the turnbuckle.
He's dazed. Hey, for your safety. Oh! Oh, we saved Chris. You almost crushed Chris.
I almost did. I got crazy. Sorry.
I saved his ass.
That would have taken care of like some of that rib damage. I was hoping to land on someone and I did not.
I actually saw Andre the Giant live against King Kong Bundy.
Whoa!
What? King Kong Bundy was my favorite.
King Kong Bundy was someone who looked like he hadn't slept for days yet just woke up. How do you do that?
True that.
By doing that.
You look like you just woke up and yet you have not slept for days.
Yeah.
All right. If George the Animal Steel was a Wheel of Time character, who would he be?
Mashin Chin. Ooh, I like this game, Ryan. All right, so let's say Junkyard Dog.
Oh, Heron.
Yeah, Heron.
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't going to go parent. I didn't want to go dog.
I was thinking Hopper.
Ooh. I was afraid we might be specially offensive. Why are we going? What's happening here? Dan, let's bring. Oh,
sorry, boys.
No, you're good. You're good.
My heart now feels full. Hi, Robbie.
Get back down there.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm better to see you.
Full of love. You smell like a kitchen.
No, I've showered.
Yeah, no, I know.
No, it's that kitchen deodorant that you just.
I've showered in kitchen grease. There we go.
Yes, it is.
Did I see? I'm sorry. Did I turn up just in time to try and rescue Chris from getting some kind of wrestling move done to him?
We were talking old school wrestling. So.
We were comparing. We were asking what wrestlers would be Wheel of Time characters. It's very niche. I'm sure our chat is loving it.
All right, Hulk Hogan. All right, so who is Hulk Hogan?
Oh, okay. I have someone in my head.
The big Shido and Malden that almost rapes Fael.
Is Hulk Hogan, and that actually goes to his personal life. He probably tried to film it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What the one that's drunk? This one that's drunk all over her. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Water and shade. I'll give you my shade if you give me your water.
I'm thinking Swan Sancha. But imagine being like, Mean Gene. I'm gonna squash him to fish guts, like my father used to say. You can only throw a net twice in a river before you end up with a fish in your net. Something.
All right. So Matt Stagger says Tom Ains would be Junkyard Dog. Ben Butler, Ric Flair as Galad.
Yo! Oh yeah. Woo!
All right. Oh, Junkyard Dog is the Feral Wolf brother. Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now that might be a George the Animal Steel.
How about Ric Flair as Demondred?
Ooh.
All right. So who would be Randy Macho Man Savage?
Oh, Uno right here.
Uno, yeah. Oh, there it is.
Uno, yeah.
All right, that works. Flaming. Oh, yeah. I'm here with Miss Elizabeth and Flaming.
Slapping a flaming Slim Jim, you flaming goat herder.
Snapping to a flaming Slim Jim. Right, all right, this is fixed.
All right, and then Kane as Ishamael.
Oh, that
All right,
is
who's
really
the Rock? Who's the Rock?
Oh,
Ruark? Almost sounds like Rock.
Land?
I mean, yeah. That's,
Do you smell what the Ruark is cooking?
Hey, Land.
smell the Rock.
I mean, well, yeah. That's good. What?
Do you know what? I actually like that now just because of that.
Yeah,
So
Rook.
amazing.
Yeah, Rook would be right.
Do you smell the Rourke is cooking? Holy shit.
No, you always find water and shade, Randall Thor.
All right, but like, now let's get into it. Let's take this further. No weapons, no magic. Who's winning? Mano y mano. Right? Gawain and Galad. Who wins a fist fight? It's WrestleMania cage match. Who is getting out of that cage between Gawain and Galad?
Well, I mean,
I think
would suggest
okay,
Galad
here it
to
is.
win, right?
Gawain wins because he's a biter.
Oh, yes.
Galad's all, you ripped off my ear. He's like, no, I didn't.
I like Chance giving us a different example for The Rock.
Heskey says Galad will get out of that. I agree.
Do you smell what Galad's cooking?
This is
Galad
great.
probably looks fantastic with the bald head, too.
Oh, DK Moon says the fans win if one dies. Yes, thank you.
Oh,
Ow.
that's a burn. Ah, get out the sun cream, seriously. What a burn.
Jesus Christ. What if... I mean, I think they pretended someone died. I'm sure someone... I think they actually tried to bury someone, like put someone in a coffin at one point. But I don't think I've ever seen, like, they've never aired, like, someone dying in professional wrestling, have they, Dan?
Yes. Bret Hart fell off of like some lighting rafters way up top. He wasn't supposed to, and he was crawling. I mean, it was part of the thing, but I think he fell off of there and like fell into the ring. And died, but none of the crowd knew at the time.
All right, well, Gowan is Bret Hart falling from the rafters, dying.
I didn't want
All right, and Ben Butler comes in with the Iron Sheik as High Lord Weimeron.
I love that.
Who's Nikolai Volkov?
I like Kev's suggestion here for Baalzamon. We have Undertaker. That's
ooh, good. Yeah.
And we've had Dana's put in a different idea for The Rock, and that could be Gaul.
Oh, I bet you Gaul looks sexy bald too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we Galad and Gowan as the Hardy Boys, but I want to say Galad and Gowan as the British Bulldogs.
The British Bulldogs, or the Flying Samoans. Remember? The Malachi Crunch. They would like throw someone, and then they would both go and like do like an Oreo sandwich. The Malachi Crunch, Ryan.
Yeah, I remember greatly. Many crunches.
So many crunches.
Many like very obviously racial like storylines being played out in the 80s. It's really horrifying.
What, you mean the Flying Samoan?
Like, yeah, and the Iron Sheik never won.
The Iron Sheik, and
he was always dirty.
And Nikolai Volkov would do like the USSR.
Yes,
the Pledge of Allegiance or whatever, and everyone boo as he was doing it. It's so funny.
Oh God! Nothing's changed.
Welcome to the Weatherleaf After Show, where we talk wrestling.
No, what's so funny is nothing's changed, guys. Not one thing has changed. The formula stays the same. We just get older. All right, get back to the books. Talk something smart. Be smart.
So Morgan said this the other day. No.
Oh yeah, that is a very good way to start.
Just quote Morgan.
Quote Morgan. There we go.
Quote Morgan, and you're smart.
Well, I was gonna say we had a fireball the size of a horse and a fireball the size of a head. Those are funny. I don't know. Those are kind of funny descriptors.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, everything's measured by head size or horse sizes.
Or a horse, yeah. A flaming
like
Bella and then a flaming skull.
Yeah. When guys are like doing locker talk and they're like, "Hey, I'm this long, I'm this long,"
and there's all those cat-sized horses running around.
Horse-sized cat. Yeah.
I don't know. Cat-sized horses is much more fun.
Right. I could take on a cat-sized horse, no problem. 100 of them I could do. What are they going to do?
What about 1,000?
Get
overpowered.
That's a lot of little kicks.
That's a lot.
Little two-legged
kicks.
That's
tedious because once you take out like 700 or 800, they scatter big time, and then you got to hunt them out.
Gotcha.
Crush them.
Oh.
Yes, there we go, Kev. See, it's very cute.
It might feel like a shiatsu massage at some point. All their little legs kicking you.
So, guys, what do we feel about Jeff from Bornhold?
Poor Jeff.
I mean, do we think he's a bad guy?
He's morally gray, and he thinks he's not morally gray.
Like Galad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's different than Galad. Galad wouldn't cross the line some places where Jeffrem Bornhold does.
I imagine Jeffrem as a 20-something-year-old was probably like a Galad. And I imagine that Galad, in theory, when he gets to the old age of Jeffrem, will start to question shit like the questioners and that, especially if it's changes to the institution. So imagine that, the younglings and the warders and all that, he's been a part of that. And then suddenly some new thing comes in that kind of changes the dynamic. I think he would rebel against that, the way that Jeffrem Bornhold is rebelling against the questioners. All based on that, he will do whatever is right, regardless of the consequence.
Mm.
What do you think?
I agree with that. He's not a perfect guy, but he does want to do right, even if he is misguided in some things. He
does what he thinks is right.
Yeah.
And to another degree, somebody else does that, and we paint her as a villain. But Elida does what she thinks is right.
Correct. I think a lot of our characters actually do what they think is right, regardless. And Elida is a good example because she isn't a dark friend.
Right.
So let me ask you though: Is Galad closer to Jeffrem Bornhold or Child Buyer in the way that they? I'll just leave it at that. Are they closer to Bornhold or Buyer?
As far as his thought processes?
As far as their thought processes and their actions.
Motivations?
To Bornhold.
Yeah, Bornhold.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Buyer's
a zealot.
He just does whatever.
Yeah.
He's playing out a blood feud. Like he's playing out like a like an ancient blood feud, like with his right. Like he is like singly focused on one thing.
Buyer's personality is very similar to Massima's.
All right, go on.
They're both zealots. They believe.
Yeah.
They just believe that they want to fight the shadow, and they want to fight the shadow the same way without any channelers.
And they are both based on somewhat faulty information. Child Buyer didn't get to see anything. The fog obscured all view. He was supposed to stand there, watch, and told what happened. And he couldn't see shit. Massima jumped to conclusions that weren't necessarily beneficial to the cause that he was trying to support. Massima's a weird case in that Rand doesn't necessarily put his foot down on him.
Rand ignores the situation and pawns it off on Perrin.
Right. And Perrin is not necessarily equipped to deal with someone who sees a god in Rand.
Yeah, Rand could have just traveled, talked to Massima, and curtailed that whole situation, but he just had too many other things on his plate at that time in his mind. So he pawned that all off on Perrin.
Rob, what do you think Massima saw in the portal world?
Oh, he must have seen some freaky shit, I gotta say.
He probably saw this Dragon Reborn shit a lot. I mean, that's what I attribute his zealotry to, was his experience there, to be honest.
I think that he saw a lot of the world losing when there was no Rand as the Dragon Reborn. And then a lot of the time he saw the world doing decently or having a chance or possibly even getting pretty much a win when Rand was the Dragon Reborn. It was all, Rand's Dragon Reborn, there's a decent chance. No Rand, or, it's someone else, and it all just goes down the shitter, basically. And that sort of polarized him to Rand win, no Rand lose, and just kind of stuck there. And that's why he became such a zealot.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Do you think that he saw anything specific that had him like, oh shit, like he was already inclined to embrace Rand as the Dragon Reborn?
I think that he probably saw enough of his futures where he didn't embrace Rand as a Dragon Reborn that went a very bad manner for him. So he was certainly going to, do back up Rand however he could. And that's where he became such a zealot. And then, I'm sure that, power corrupts, and he just got corrupted by the power he wielded as being the prophet. And that's where he went down the dark path that he did.
Massima is an uncharismatic character, and yet we see examples of a Massima character all over the world. I mean, we see Massimas everywhere.
That's funny, Dan. My joke to if you're so quick, my joke was going to be, yeah, too bad, Chris. I was going to say it's great that we don't live in a world where that's even a possibility anymore. Right. Was going to be my joke, because that is the story of like how nations are built, how power is being leveraged, and the oppressed are being further oppressed nonstop, for sure.
And Massima does develop a following. He does have people that he recruits based on his evangelical nature of Rand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
What do you think, Chris? What do you think Robert Jordan was doing with that? Was that a positive? So there has to be. We have to see certain parallels within Christianity and the evangelical movement in general, as in seeing the Savior. I mean, maybe I'm making assumptions, but this is how I saw it.
I think it's actually some plays on the Nazi Party in Germany.
Okay, go on.
I mean, he's kind of getting this rabble together, and they can play off themselves, and
some boot boys, huh?
Yeah. So I think it's
that's interesting. Hesky's going with Massima Putin.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like there's so many. It's a trope now. It literally is just a trope of a power hungry like.
So was Massima power hungry? I saw him as being utterly devoted to the most part. And if Rand had just like tossed him a couple bones, he could have had a loyal soldier.
I think if Rand had gone early instead of delegating out to Perrin, he would have gotten Masema as, you know,
He could
a
point him in
loyal-
any
yeah, exactly.
point him
But
in any
if Rand
direction he wanted to go.
Yeah, if Rand had gone to him at the end, though, you know, if they'd taken that long fucking stretch out of a journey and actually not had the whole Fael situation, and he eventually met Rand months and months and months down the line, I think he would have not liked the Rand he found, and then decided that you're a fake, or you're a copy, or someone's lying to me, you're not the real dragon, you know, you're not who I think you should be, and it would have just made it worse or something. Yeah. But if Rand had turned up initially when Rand wasn't quite such, you know, so dark, I think Masema wouldn't have been quite so. I mean, he was nutty as a fruitcake, even at the stage Perrin went, but more so by the end. I think that they would have, you know, he would have got, as Chris said, just be like, right, do this, and Masema would be like, done, achieved,
right,
sort of situation.
right.
Yeah. I think even if they'd met at the end, it could have been quite a nasty situation. Probably another battle of some kind that Rand had to fight.
Well, we do admit that Rand had quite a bit on his plate from here on out. Indeed, but I agree with you. If he had just spent a little time with this situation instead of saying, "This is gross and I don't want to deal with it." Barf. It's kind of the same thing with the Black Tower itself. If he had just done bi-weekly check-ins and encouraged people, it would have been great. He only had to do,
hey guys, town meeting. How
just
we doing?
the 20-minute Steve Jobs kind of thing. He shows up in a turtleneck and jeans and tells everyone they're doing great and shows off what he can do, and then he just bolts for 2 weeks. That would have been all straightened out too, I think. It's neglect that kind of breeded its own monster in both of those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back to your earlier point, I agree with Dane Lou. It's not a Christianity parallel directly. There are hints all over the place, but I agree more.
I really read it that way.
Yeah,
I really read it that way.
Which I did too, but then we had our first Black Tower thing with Vance, where he said that he believes it's more appropriate to go with like the Krishna metaphor for Rand at the end of the book, and not the Jesus metaphor. And I'm kind of leaning more towards a kind of Eastern.
Absolutely. No, I'm talking Masema specifically. Masema is like the John the Baptist, or the is the one who is heralding the arrival. The way I had read it when it was occurring was very Christian parallel, and it's not a negative. It's just I just equated it to that the time is at hand. The Savior is here, and it's time to get all your fucking chickens in a row and count all your eggs and do all the right things, kind of thing. So I'm glad that I was wrong on that, or at least being challenged on that. But that's entirely the way that I read Masema, was like as a John the Baptist kind of parallel, not parallel, but avatar, or
Nice. Yeah.
trope.
Yes, avatarish trope.
Avatarish trope. Beautiful.
I like it.
So let's go ahead and just talk about the end of the book. I mean, next week we don't have a tavern talk. We have a Todd talk, and we have a Watchnary. So let's just go ahead and Barney blows the fucking horn.
Hashtag Barney blow. Let Barney blow.
So here's what I'm in this reread. The last 4 chapters, 47 through 50, is 22 pages. That includes everything. Yeah. Nothing has happened. Everyone is gathered up to this point, and in 22 pages, everything happens in fall. What do you think about that, guys? Do you think that is awesome? Go Hemingway brevity, or would you have liked a bit more description in what the fuck is going on with this whole battle. Rob? What are your thoughts?
I actually like it. I enjoy a little bit of mystery if it gets explained enough by the very end. So, I mean, I started reading this when it was on like book 6 or 7 or whatever it was. I think like halfway through the series, the books were already written and released. So I knew going into book 2 that there were many books still to go. So to get to the end of that, I was left with lots of questions, but that left me wanting to read more story. And you learn enough about what happens and how the horn works and all those sorts of bits and pieces as the story progresses that I felt very satisfied with the overall experience. If it had stopped there and that was the end of the series, I would have been like, what? No. Mm-hmm. It would be like getting to the last battle and having Rand walk into the boar and then, 10 minutes later walk back out and be like, we good, bruv? And you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Huh? So, yeah, I liked the lack of details in the broader sense. In just the book, I can foresee Todd being like, what happened? What the fuck, dude? Shit like that. Like, very heavy. Oh, man, this is heavy,
Right. Whoa.
Heavy, dude.
What do you think, Chris?
I mean, I think the thing you get is, Matt blows the horn. I mean, that, you're wondering who's going to blow this horn, and it's Matt.
Yeah.
So
yes,
that's the cool
sparky shit.
Yeah, it's the cool part of the story, and just the description, the heroes, and all of that is what I got drawn into the most the first time I read it.
The roll call is awesome. Yeah, well, not the roll call, but where Rand identifies and knows them all, even though he's never seen these people.
And a little bit of banter back and forth. It was
right.
That part's cool.
Actually, to be honest, I thought that lacked the heaviness that I wanted also. They're like chummy.
They were like all giggly, yeah. They're like,
this is weird. Like,
hey, I haven't been in this gym in 20 years. It was like a high school reunion.
I kind of expect them to at least be like stretching and be like, I've been dormant for thousands of years.
They've just been, galloping down a misty mountainside. Like, they're stretched, they're warmed up from that ride,
warm.
Yeah.
So,
They're partying in Valhalla, they're good.
Yeah,
they're ready.
Exactly, yeah.
They're 24/7, man.
Yeah,
no, I agree with you, Brother Dan. I wish there was way more detail. It felt like we were robbed a little bit. A blow by blow would have been fun.
It would have been. And we do have, I mean, more or less we're just told, here's a drawing that someone did that you guys were in the sky. Yeah, it was all over the place. It's like, oh, okay, that describes that. And I like that.
And then we hear about Brigitte,
but God, it would have been great to see for Egwin to have been running away and look up and see Rand in the sky like there, or I don't know. That would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, we hear posthumously about Brigitte like on the ocean shooting down ships with like one arrow. We hear about that later, but we don't see it live. It was a memory.
No, we do. I think we do. There's a
there's
a
Nynaeve
it seems like there's a chain almost attached.
Yeah, Nynaeve witnesses it.
Mm-hmm. All right, yep. All right. So I agree.
So that's awesome. But it is. All right, so last question, then we're going to jump, I think, into the...
Actually, real quick, before you go in, I have a question. So the last thought that TAVERN Bornhold thought was, if only I could have told my son how I died. Is that because he knew his son was going to become a crazy freak? Like, oh, shit. What did I do? If only I could have let him know, right? Like, or is it just because he loves his cute little son?
I think he was bummed that Bayer couldn't see it because of the fog. He's like, oh, well, it's too foggy. He's not going to see this great. He won't get the details.
Like, Bayer's such a good artist. Details. He could have drawn my death scene in such beautiful detail. And then like, my son could have mounted it on the wall and like just cherished me forever, dying like, you know. So that's what it was. Fucking fog got in the way, you know.
Fire's the unreliable narrator. He tells this fanciful story of what happened that really didn't.
And it's all parent, dark friend, parent, dark friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, what do you make of the irony that Arthur Hawkwing and the heroes are fighting against his own descendants?
I mean, I like that. I think it's very it shows very clearly the power of the horn.
Mm-hmm.
The heroes follow the horn and the dragon and will fight at its direction.
He doesn't even ask.
Mm-hmm. No. It's like, it doesn't matter. But I don't think even if he saw them was like, oh, those are my descendants that I sent over the sea. He would, the battle would be fought anyway. Like, that is the power of the horn. To be bound to the horn, to be a true hero and be bound, you must, this is the rule. You know, these are the rules. These are the unshakable bonds that you have, and this is what you must do as part of that. And yeah, I think it's a good demonstration of that power.
Is there a sad irony to it, Chris?
I don't know. I never really thought about it that deeply. But
try.
Well, I mean, the Shanshin come over. They are the forerunners. They are the return. They are the ones that are like, hey, you didn't keep your promises, but we are Arthur Hawkwing's kids.
But
we are all, everything's based on Arthur Hawkwing, and Hawkwing's like, Ashaman kill.
it's like Rob says, it's the power of the horn, because, you know, even if a dark friend had blown the horn, they would have followed his direction. So they're like not good or bad characters. They're just neutral. They're just at the direction of whoever.
Lawful neutral, is that what they say?
So here's my question. So I wanted to ask, who do you think deserves to be a hero of the horn at the end of the series? And then again, now that I think about it, though, because I immediately want to be like, fuck yeah, Tam, of course. But then I don't think Tam would ever fight for the dark side. So if he got called and all of a sudden it's like Ishii just sitting there rubbing his dick, be like, hey, he's like, nope, Tam would like, I don't know. I don't think he'd play that game. So I don't know.
Well, let me add an addendum to your question too, Ryan. Would they follow anyone if they didn't have that dragon banner? That was something that Arthur Hawkwing specifically asked for.
Yeah, he's like, whip it out.
He's like, yeah, something's missing, and he's like, oh, okay, you mean this? Wow. And would they? Is that a prerequisite to following?
That's a good point. They do ask for it, and he's like, yep, and then he pulls it out, and they were all impressed with its grandeur and length.
Rob is furiously looking up Heroes of the Horn.
Yep, I am. I'm digging through the companion, so
dueling companion.
We all got our.
Chris was doing it to me last night, so I'm doing it to you.
This is like in Sunday school when they'd be like, okay, let's turn to this passage, and I'd be like, found it.
I'll let you be Brown Aja on this one.
Do you know, it doesn't say. So
find the text, bro.
I might have to.
All right, as far as like where they. All right, hold on.
Yeah. It should be right there.
No, it says that they'll just follow whoever, but I feel that there's a component somewhere where it says they wouldn't actually fight for the dark.
All right, so here's where it says.
But the threat is always there. Oh no, the Inktar is like, we can't let the dark one get it. Like yes, blah 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 blah.
No. As Kev has put, I think the heroes would fight for the dark is an in-world misunderstanding that Arthur clears up in a miracle, in a memory of light. A miracle of light. A memory of light.
A miracle of light.
Oh shit!
Yeah. All right. So here's the passage here. Quote: Justice shone like a mirror in Arthur Hawkwing's gauntleted fist. I have fought by your side times beyond number, Luce Theron, and faced you as many more. Oh. Hold on. Wait, let's just pause. and faced you as many more. Does that mean that?
Yep.
Okay.
Does,
all right.
yep.
Okay.
I think
all right, I'm going on. Quote, the wheel spins us out for its purposes, not ours to serve the pattern. I know you. If you do not know yourself, we will drive these invaders out for you. His warhorse pranced and he looked around, frowning. Something is wrong here. Something holds me. Suddenly he turned his sharp-eyed gaze to Rand. You are here. Have you the banner? A murmur ran through those behind him.
The banner.
Okay, so I've gone Googling, and there's contradictions. So in The Great Hunt, Arthur tells Rand, I have fought by your side times beyond number, Lews Therin, and faced you as many more. But then it says, we have come to the horn, but we must follow the banner and the dragon. If they have to follow the banner and dragon, how have they faced him is point one. And then in the second one is in A Memory of Light, in the last battle, Arthur tells Matt, we would never fight for the shadow. So
why has he battled Lews Therin?
Because Lews Therin was a part of the shadow.
Yes, that's what occurred to me. I think that perhaps he has faced Lews Therin when Lews has turned, or the dragon has turned.
What? I thought the moment the dragon turned, the wheel broke and everything. I thought the dragon would never turn. That was...
Well, it is stated somewhere that the dragon has
been on the dark side?
Yeah, has been on the dark side, and
So he says, quote, you are here, the banner is here, the weave of this moment is set. We have come to the horn, but we must follow the banner and the dragon. So the banner is at least an integral part in this. Even if he fought against Lews Therin, I guess maybe someone had the banner and the dragon and the horn. Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah. This is an interesting one by Ben. No contradiction, saying Hawken met Rand when he was spun out as an individual, not as horn summoned. Now, yeah, that's a fair point. Maybe he knew Lews Therin when he was out of Hawkwind. I don't think they were around at the same point.
They were not.
I suppose, exactly. I suppose there's a possibility in past lives and things like that. But he said many times, countless times I fought with you and countless times against. So I don't think that one would fit. But an interesting idea. So,
well, maybe he's just dyslexic and just really can't. He just loses count. Like he's like 1, 2, 3.
Like fucking.
It's all right. Fuck it. Count. It's countless times we fought, man. Sorry.
No, right. Matt agrees, man. He's never picked that up before. This brings up good questions.
Thank you,
great
Matt
questions, Dan.
Dan,
big question.
And I'm gonna just stop it. We have like 10 minutes left.
Yep.
We want to have a little break, so I do want to do a little thank you, internet, if that's cool with y'all. I scoured a specific Reddit page, the internet. I scoured the international. Yeah, thank you. And we are going to do thank you, internet.
Thank you, internet.
All right, so
I'm still doing the little dance. I know you can't see.
All right, so Ryan, you let me know when it's popped up on the screen.
I see it.
Well,
okay. All right, so here we have this is a basic one. We have Nynaeve, Rand, and Egwene. They are. It's like it can't be. Yes, it is. I am wearing the white. I have returned. Thank you, internet.
Thank you, internet. Wait.
Thank you, internet.
Thank you, internet.
And here's another one. I don't know. Hey, let's look at the checklist. He barges in. He declares that Tuan is his wife. He refuses to elaborate, and then he abducts her and leaves. We got a chat now.
I love that one.
Thank you, internet.
Thank you, internet.
How did you find my body double, Dan?
All right, so we got a nation that exists, the Shanshan, and I took that. Simply. Thank you, Internet.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Internet.
Internet.
So you basically, Michael Jordan is this Sean Chan. That's great.
Guys, here's the bucket hat shufa.
What?
It's a stylish mat hat. Oh wait, it protects the neck. Oh wait, you can kill people without violating your oath. Oh, there we go.
Thank
All right.
Thank you, Internet.
All right, from Lord of Chaos. Here's a terrified message from Terabon speaking of men riding strange beasts and flying creatures. Aes Sedai unleashes in the Forerunners. Whoa, and Pedro, this is worthless. I really like Gravity Falls, so I'm a sucker for their.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank
you, Internet.
Here's the little fat statue, Angry Owl, perhaps. But a woman in the Philippines realized she had been praying to a Shrek figure for 4 years, thinking it was a Buddha.
I mean,
Thank you, Internet. Yeah, well, it does. I mean, there are similarities for sure.
there's huge similarity. If not for the ears, you could be like, this is just a really bad Buddha. The ears,
the introspective
After that.
Shrek.
yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, thank you, Internet.
Yeah.
And we're back.
All right, we got Rand fighting the Dark One. And then there's Matt playing Supreme Commander at a river.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
I could definitely see Barney Frank doing that.
Here's young Rand ignoring and just discarding the Black Tower. Now there's the new Forsaken and hundreds of new Dreadlords with Zen Rand looking concerned. Young Rand, you should have paid attention.
Yep.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
I don't know what this is, but I like the little Rand poking out of the box, and I think that might be Glenn Close and Kyle MacLachlan. So I don't know. I thought it was
wow.
All right, focus on the box. Hi, go close.
All right, let's see. All right.
Isn't that like some of the artwork from Solitaire? It's like, that's on one of the other covers of the books, isn't it?
The
I'm sure I've seen that.
Rand
Yeah.
in the box. Thank you, Internet.
Thank you.
Right.
All right, so here is Matt, Rand, and Perrin all swearing their allegiance to not understanding women.
Oh, that's the best one ever. Thank you, Internet. Oh, here we go closest.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
All right, so let's take away the R/Y and let's just put the Way of the Leaf on Thursdays.
Yeah.
We are standing. Spoiler arrows are coming everywhere. A little soldier just finished the Eye of the World. And we are saying that is the coolest theory ever.
Yes, nice. Good job, Dan.
I like that.
Spoiler
Yeah.
arrows.
Thank you, Internet.
Keep me up at night. Thank you,
Way of the
Internet.
Leaf.
All right, so
Aw.
here's a handy guide to cursing in the Wheel of Time. And I'll zoom in here. All right. General farming. Wood, straw. All right. Then we have goat, sheep nets, fish guts. Then we have flaming or blood or anything. Mother's milk in a cup is the worst. That's apparently Bernie. Bernie does not like mother's milk in a cup.
All right, Dan. Well, Dan, give me your Bernie.
Well, mother's. I won't even say it in polite company. I will say bloody only when I am agitated with the Republicans for not combining in a bipartisan manner to try and pass the $3 trillion COVID relief plan. Go to Bernie Sanders.
Oh, thank you, Internet.
Anarchist. All right, I'm just gonna leave.
That was
this here
amazing.
for a second.
Oh my god, this one's hilarious. We've got Ariana twice as well.
Ariana's twice, yeah. And she's pointing at herself. Ragoon's like, hey, Alana, hey. And Ben's like, hey. All right. Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet. Yes.
That's so great. Jesus Christ.
All right. Here's Randolph. All right. This is I don't even know what this is.
Oh, come back. Go. Zoom in, please. Zoom in.
There's a grill in the back? Yeah.
We've got some kind of endgame Thor style sexy dad bod on the go here, you know?
All right.
Wow.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet. Just a couple more here, people. Oh, sorry. All right, so here's Matt riding the I Am Not a Bloody Hero bike. He does some heroic stuff. Yeah.
Sabotages his own
I don't
narrative.
know. I'm a sucker for this meme.
Yeah, how we all just like are fooling ourselves. We're not heroes in our own stories. We're comedic characters being laughed at by everyone reading the book. Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet. All right, so Matt dies. Also, Matt. Oh no. Anyway.
I love that. Oh, fun idea.
Oh, no.
Which of the 3 OG Top Gear hosts are the 3 boys? So obviously Matt is now Jeremy Clarkson, but which one is Captain Slow? Is that Perrin?
Well,
I'm going to take your word for it. I think, wasn't one of the guys from Friends on there?
Oh, but that's the latest one, yeah.
Well, then, that's obviously Matt, right? The guy who played Joey?
Matt's a total Joey, yeah.
Matt's a total
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
I don't know if I showed this last week, but...
Nope.
All right. All right. I didn't even know how to say that. Ryan, pronounce this.
Carai an Carazar, Carai an Alessandre al Alessandre.
Oh, well done.
Ooh.
No, I meant the bottom panel.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
There was no That's okay, though. Good job.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
No
All right.
poetic license when Dan runs a gig.
All right. I like this.
Oh my god.
I'm getting married. But you already have a wife. What about second wife? Second breakfast. I don't know. That's I ask for second breakfast all the time.
Thank you,
What
Internet,
about
for that
second
one.
breakfast? All right. So this is Ilyena is actually pronounced Annie. So this is are you okay, Ilyena? Anyway, all right. So there you go. Thank you, Internet.
I'm so confused.
Where's France? Here. Where's Brazil?
Yes.
Here. Where's Malkier? Here. In my heart.
Here.
In my heart. All right, couple more. Just I think 2 more, 3 more, 2, 3. All right, 3.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet. All right, here's Mazantine and Ashaman grilling the entire Shido army.
I love the parrot in the background.
Parent with arms crossed, looking like, hey, you're not doing that right. I like the Ashaman. You can barely see him. He's just all grilled. All right, thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
All right, here's essentially you insert the names.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, is this fuck, marry, kill?
Nope. Thank you, Internet.
All right, thank you,
Thank you,
Internet.
Internet.
And finally, I don't know if I already did this one, but this one.
Kareen.
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 Yeah, Kareen.
Oh my God, that's what it's like to do this show, Dan.
This is me. Yes, this is me after the show.
I've got a
Their
quick
entire
request, Dan.
yeah.
Dan, can you
Is
go
it
back
that?
to the one with the person in armor protecting first-time readers?
Okay. That one is this.
Thank you, Internet, by the way. So we got a wonderful comment in chat when this one came up. That's Dana Lou in armor protecting all.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Big up Dana Lou for that. Love you, Dana.
Yep.
I think Dana Lou's alarm in the morning just says spoilers. Spoilers.
Someone's getting spoiled. Get up, get up, get up. Someone's getting spoiled.
That is awesome. Thank you, Internet, and thank you guys for watching.
Internet.
So, Ryan, I last week I went and visited Chris. Was it last week? Was it? It was last week. And I think I took some pictures. Do you have?
I don't have those. We should.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought I was setting something up. Oh, I'm not even using Puppet. No.
I was about to say, Daddy, you jump out there. Really?
So, Ryan. But yeah, Chris.
I'm not gonna lie. I was also just kind of wondering how long you were gonna let it run on.
Yeah, I was just talking, man. I was loving it. I was just watching the show. So, Chris, we're gonna have you with us to do this live ad with us. We've been doing ads for you, even without your permission at first. We just jumped in and started doing ads for Village Mattress, and it has now come to the point where we
were doing Village Firm, right?
You're advertising the wrong people. Come on.
Yeah.
It was all good.
So,
you're a sport.
And he's like, Jesus, what? This has got to be a joke. And I'm like, no, really? What is? No, give us a picture. So we are now working together to a degree. And why don't you let us know what's going on? And can you let people know what you're offering for the community?
30 to 50% off normal retail prices. And all you have to do is reach out to me. You can reach out to me at villagemattress.net, villagemattress@gmail.com, and also my cell phone right there, 317-523-6831. You can text me, you can call me, and we'll hook you up with nights, mattresses, sheets, pillows, whatever you need.
I just read another study that equates good night's sleeps to health into your 70s, like health, not just surviving, but health. So guys, sleep matters. This is what we do. This is what Chris offers is reliable, comfortable sleep for the most part, and we'll, work with you with whatever works. So give him a call. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. That's totally fine. I mean, you're not wasting anyone's time. You're learning about the process, and it may work for you or may not. But it's worth it to you to pick up the phone or at least text them and say, "All right, listen, I got a twin, I got a queen, I got this. What do you got?" And see if you can up your game. Everyone can kind of prioritize their sleep, and I think that this is a good opportunity. Also, Chris does sell sofas and other things as well, so it's all about comfort. You hang out with Chris, you're going to be comfortable, unless you golf with him, because then you have to walk 9 holes all over some course that has hills and stuff. And while Chris hits it nice and long and straight, maybe a puppet doesn't hit it quite so straight and has to walk everywhere. It's so great. Anyways, besides the golf course, Chris is all about comfort.
All about comfort.
All right, so we are looking at his website right now.
Yeah, it's easy. Just check it out, guys. But look and see, and if there's something that you like, talk to Chris, because you'll probably get a discount just for being part of the community. And let him know that we sent you, and that'll help us all out.
If you want a pillow boomerang,
it'll come back.
Boomerang. It'll come back.
Yeah, you throw it, and it comes back. Look at that.
If you want pillows with chunks just torn out of it for no reason,
listen, you put
he
your head
sells
right
partial
in
pillows. He sells full pillows.
That's really funny, Ryan. Look at there's blue dots on pillows and stuff.
So he will talk to you. When I worked with Chris, he talked to me about, do I like to scrunch my pillows up? Do I like to lay on my back? He asked me what my blood type was. He asked me, all these personal details. And then all of a sudden,
astrology sign.
Everything. It was really intimate.
He did a tarot card reading and said, all right, I think you're going to really like bamboo sheets.
But it worked. Regardless of what he put me through.
It worked. Guys, I mean.
Yeah, look at this. These are the outcome. Look at these sheets. I'm being showered like I'm in an Indian wedding.
Wait.
In India.
Did you hear about that Indian wedding that happened on a plane? They all bought tickets on a plane and just flew because on the ground there were COVID restrictions. But in the plane, you could do whatever you want. So they had a wedding and everyone was on Yeah.
Hey, hand it to him.
Hey, guys, Chris, Rob, Ryan,
Dan, brother Dan,
chat,
dog,
Patreons, family, friends, newcomers.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Veterans, as
People
Memorial
from the
Day is
past.
approaching.
Yes. We love and honor you all. We're glad that you were here. Chris, thank you for being on, man. I'm sorry this is kind of an abbreviated show, and I'm sorry we didn't have the break at the hour. We gotta push on through because we're on in like 15 minutes on another show. So
I might have just put the link in chat.
Humble brag. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, we gotta go. Thanks. Bye.
Oh, is it time? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm being called away. The car's here. The car's here.
Yeah. I gotta go look pretty. Apparently.
Yes. All right, so Chris, thank you for joining us. I seriously, we do these commercials because we seriously want you to succeed a little. I mean, if we can throw some love your way, this would make me so happy to hear like, hey, someone said they heard about my store from your show. Nothing would make me happier, guys. Like seriously, my tiny little puppet heart would grow 2 times bigger.
Oh no.
2 times. I'd have to get a new shirt because my shirt wouldn't fit.
I think I think you'd be in the ER for a while, but.
So everyone, if you guys haven't we did not go heavy on the Wheel of Time. We just kind of chatted because we did not want you to get burnt out. Rob, Ryan, and I are jumping over to the Black Tower podcast, and we want the puppet train we want to storm the castle with
aboard!
people. Okay?
The capital?
So let's do this shit. And Chris, you're gonna go over there too, right?
Yeah, I'll be over there later.
My man.
Oh, man.
So yeah, we're all going to the Black Tower. We're gonna go. And Rob put the link in there. Thank you guys for joining us. Next week is the last of the Great Hunt. We have Todd on Thursday, and we finish the book with Todd on Thursday. And then on Sunday we have Watchinary. So guys, it's just goodness. I'm just
Watchinary?
lucky.
Watchinary.
First base.
Who's on second?
All right. See you all in 20 minutes.
All right.
I love you and I'm proud of you. I'm throwing kisses like darts at some skeevy British tournament.
Oh, that's a lot of fucking darts.
Oh, a lot of darts, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, I love you. See you guys soon. Thank you, Chris. We'll see you soon, man.
Thank you. And don't
I
forget,
want to rock right now.
we sucked at this.
Rock right now.
Let's not forget Patreon.
I want to rock
Everyone.
right now.
Yeah. And lastly, let's say thank you to our most recent Patreon supporter, Flamingo Sadai, who's joining us in the Innkeeper level. We thank you, we love you, and we are sorry.
All right, bye, y'all.